how to tongue on a brass instrument.
That's very interesting because we can have a big discussion about this with many, many different ideas, and you might find the one that suits you the best. An interesting story is that when she's been playing for a while, and when she was really starting, she did a band camp, and the tutor had to pull Tiffany up because Tiffany wouldn't tongue. Now, Tiffany, what did that tutor advise you to do?
She told us to use the t a lot when we were playing. So, yeah.
And did you find that challenging, Tiffany?
At first, yes.
At first. And why was that challenging?
Because I had such a bad habit of not doing it.
No, and it was still something else to think about, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But you had to really push through that, didn't you? Yeah. And now you're a successful tonguer. I liked to go da-da.
Did you?
Yes, or ta-ta. Somebody said, imagine that you've got a hair or a fingernail on the tip of your tongue and you're trying to spit it off.
That's how I learned. My dad conducted a brass band, and he used to say, pretend that there's a bit of paper stuck right on the end of your tongue and you're trying to spit it off. And sometimes we do that, almost putting your tongue through your teeth.
Yes.
Just to get started.
Just to get started, that's right. Stick that tongue through the teeth, but eventually you don't touch your lips.
No, you don't.
And look, another thing when you tongue, you're just using the tip of your tongue. You don't roll your tongue all the way down into your stomach and up again. It's also humanly impossible. It's just moving the tip of the tongue.
It certainly is. And you know, where do you put the tip of your tongue? Because if you feel inside the roof of your mouth, if you go back from your top teeth, feel with your tongue and go back, and there's a very crinkly little bit of skin there in a semicircle. Can you feel that? And they call that the alveolar ridge, just for fun.
Really?
They do.
Oh.
A little bit of trivial information.
There you go, that's interesting.
But we don't want to tongue that far back.
No,
do we?
no.
No, that would be curling your tongue back.
That's too far, yeah.
And a d is just in front of that little crinkly bit of skin.
Yes.
And the t is even more forward.
Yes.
Now, if you were Italian, you would speak very, very far forward with your tongue. Like to say, I love you, they say, ti amo.
Oh,
Ti amo.
No, and tonguing is something you need to practice daily. It's great to do slurring and use the diaphragm support, but get used to using the tongue as well. There's a fine balance. You can over-tongue, and then you're not using the air, you're using your tongue. So it's something as a brass player you work with throughout your life, but start tonguing right at the start now, so it's not something you have to try and learn to do later.
And I think we might go, if you're confused, we'll go ta. In our minds, we're going to think ta, because that's a very good way to start.
Yes.
It's a very safe way to start.
Yes.
And if you think that as you're going along now, I think you'll be tonguing like a champion.
I think so.
And just to say, that other word that Debbie said then was slur. S-L-U-R. Slur. And that means you just don't tongue.
No.
So it's, very slimy and slidey. A word called legato that we use in music. So for today, we've talked about how to tongue. And just to say goodbye, Tiffany, maybe you could demonstrate, just if you took your mouthpiece out, what tonguing might sound like. And you could hear how clean and clear every note was, because she was tonguing on a tar. So we might just say, tonguing on a tar.
Tonguing on a tar.
So ta-ta.
Ta-ta. Ta-ta.